Hi YouTube, Rob here at long last with another Bible review. I've got a few Bibles that I've been wanting to review. I've just not had the chance or the time, and there's been a number of things that we've been doing just recently that it's just not been able to get any videos recorded or uploaded. So hopefully in the next wee while we'll have a number of Bibles, some newer ones that I've got, some older ones I've had for a while, and bits and bobs like that. And hopefully we'll be able to get these uploaded. Pray for the internet connection to be good and fast. But anyway, this Bible here is is a new one that I've had for a wee while. It's 2 or 3 weeks now. This is the NRSV Thin Line Bible by Zondervan. And one of those Bibles, I do like the NRSV. I understand the problems. I'm not going to go into the translation as such here, but I do like the way that it reads. I'm not so keen on the gender inclusive language, which sometimes obscures the meaning of a text. It's so gender inclusive that it can get things, it can obscure the meanings of certain passages. But anyway, I digress. Looking at just the form of this Bible, it is a thin line, a large print, and it does an admirable job of what it says on the box. It is a really, really nice Bible to read and to hold. It is a really, really nice Bible. So look at the box, and we can actually see that some of the features there. There we go. You may be able to pause that if you. It gives you the stats really. 12.4, very, very bold font size, double column. And it's the new comfort print. So this is a fairly recent edition by Zondervan. And if you like the NRSV, this is a really good one to go for. I grew up when I first became a Christian, we used the NRSV. It was the Church of England's sort of authorised translation, as it were. You want to use it in the various different lectionaries and things like that. So I'm quite familiar with the NRSV, and let's say I do like it. I do like the way it reads. So let's have a look at the Bible itself. Dimension wise is about 9 inches tall, about 6.5 inches wide. I was looking at my wee bit of paper that I measured it earlier with, and it is an inch thick. You can see there it has silver gilt edges, as you can see, and it's got the purple head and tail bands, and it comes with 2 ribbons, a sort of silver one and a purple one. The Bible looks a wee bit blue in the video, but I can assure you it's quite a deep purple colour. It's quite nice, I must admit. It's in their Leathersoft binding, and these tend to be quite nice. It feels lovely to hold in the hand. It is Smith sewn, so it is going to last a wee while. But unfortunately it is just a paste down liner. I can't say that I'm overly impressed with Thomas Nelson's and Zondervan's sort of paste down liners. Not so much their strength, because they seem to be okay in that respect. But I don't really like the colours. They look a wee bit cheap. Just a personal opinion though. But it seems to do the job. The inner cover, the inner card paste down liner is just the presentation page. So let's have a look at the nuts and bolts of the Bible itself. Just opening it up, we've got the usual table of contents, the reader's letter from the translation committee, and then it's straight into the Old Testament. And as you can see, it is a really clear, readable text. Now, it says on the box 12.4 font. It has section headings, and basically it's just the NRSV text. There's no references apart from the wee sort of textual footnotes and sort of translator's notes in the bottom corner. Now these tend to be in the bottom right hand corner of every double page, so it's always on the right hand side, as you can see there. As we go across there's none on that page, but all that previous page, and that's really sort of all there is in the Bible itself. I mean, the Bible stays pretty much flat after I've broken it in Genesis, Still got a wee sort of urge to try and close, but it's I've had it for a few weeks now and it seems to be behaving itself in that way. But let's say it is just the text. It is a black letter text. There's no red letter text in this, but it is a really, really readable Bible. I can certainly recommend it if you are looking for a New Revised Standard Version, the NRSV, in a relatively cheap edition, one that is going to be very, very readable. It is. I really do like the font. Just a word of note: my wife. I know I mentioned this before, but she has the dyslexia. And interestingly, in some of these Bibles, ones that I would think were, easy to read, when I find this one very easy to read, she struggles with. And we think it's because of there's not a lot of outside margin, there's not a lot of white space, and it's quite sort of compact, the text. But to me, that's not a problem. I find that incredibly easy to read. She seems to see that's really quite difficult. But I really, really like it, I must admit. So that's really all it is. This is, like I say, they get it in a number of different bindings. I don't think it comes in, as far as I know, I may be wrong. Please respond in the comments below if you know it to be in a sort of premium binding. I know it comes in the various sort of Leathersofts from Zondervan and bonded leathers. Now this was £20 from Amazon. You can get the bonded leather for the same price. So yeah, it's relatively cheap. What's that, $30 or something like that. It goes to the back. There are no maps in here. What we do have though is a really, really helpful reading plan with all the books of the Bible, all the chapters with a little box you can tick off, which I find really interesting. It gives you a sort of helps for if you're reading through the Bible for the first time. After the reading plan, let me just see if I can get beyond that. They've got the miracles of Jesus, parables of Jesus, sort of pretty much common sort of fare in the back of the Bibles. And then something which I really do like, something that takes me back to my New Testament, the Gideon's New Testament I used to have, and sort of where to find help when you are, you're struggling, you've been, you're prone to judge others, it says here, tempted to be bitter, you're angry, you're proud, where to find help in the Bible, which is really, really handy. Then we've got some prayers of the Bible, and then at that last page we've got another wee section of helps, so promises from the Bible, and then just a few, which is quite nice, a few pages of notepaper, nothing excessive, about 3 or 4, and then a wee note on regarding the comfort print, which I really, really like. But the Bible itself, it's really, really readable. Stays flat, open. It's a really, really nice binding. I must admit I did buy this one myself, so this is just what my personal thoughts on this. I wasn't given this as a review copy. I quite like this design with a sort of the cross there, sort of it's got a sort of stitched around the perimeter. One thing it did come with is a wee sort of dink. You can just see it just there, a wee scuff in the Leathersoft, but it's nothing major. It's not going to cause any problems. You don't really notice it. But apart from that, on the spine we've got Holy Bible. Oh, see what comes NRSV, and then the Zondervan logo at the bottom. But that's it. It's a great reading Bible. A great one to carry around. If you could take that to church, no problem. Nice and sits nice in the hand. Clear font, and I can certainly recommend it for the price. Anyway, until next time, I'm going to leave you with that, and we'll see you soon with another Bible or book review. And until then, God bless you. Bye bye.